folks. This is Christian Ballard here at
Let's go. Get on base.
And we say, what's going on, everybody? It's Christian Ballard, sports journalist here at Ballard Sports Media, episode 29. I almost didn't do the show today. Almost scheduled it last minute. I guess I scheduled it a couple hours ago, but I was going to let it slide, get some rest, relax today. But I said, nah, let's have some fun with it. So if you want to join the show, which we got a couple things that I'll probably talk about if we don't get any callers, then I mean that's fine. But yeah, we'd love to have you on. Uh, Click that StreamYard link. It's in the comments section, and we'd love to hear from you. Also, coming to Ballard Sports Media tonight, the new Big Ten Zone show. I guess that's what I want to call it. I mean, it's the Big Ten Zone. I don't know if I want to call it the Big Ten Zone show, but we're going to do this. I got church at 7 tonight, should be out by 8. I'm only like 10 minutes from the house, so come home, maybe grab a bite to eat, and then at 9:30 Eastern time tonight, we will be live talking up the Penn State bye week, what it means for them, and then the Oregon State game, the Civil War, and then what is it? Washington State, and the Apple Cup. So we got a couple different things we'll talk about on the show tonight. Really would love for you guys to come check it out. I also want to try to get back to doing Southern Throne for the SEC, but I don't know. I want a Big Ten show to blow up on this channel. I want to do something conference based, and I'll play the intro for it at the end of this show, just so you guys kind of get an idea. It's really not much, but it's it'll be something for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I got some notes already. We're prepared and ready to go. So, that being said, let's see what all is going on in college football. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's Bama's bye week. First off, um, it's also Georgia's bye week. They play next week. It's going to be fun. We still got some good games though. Syracuse goes to Clemson. That's always close. Usually, at least. Arkansas at Memphis. I'm actually curious about the line on that game. Who they got favored? Let's see. Arkansas 7.5. Okay, I could dig that. Um, let's see. Clemson's favored over Syracuse 17.5. Makes sense to me. Yeah, let me just pull up the schedule. We'll look at this, and we'll kind of go through some of these games. Um, Trying to think. Did we do? I don't think we've done our pick'ems yet this week. We got a couple different streams this weekend. I do have to work during the day, but I can do an hour show, 7 a.m. Eastern on Saturday morning. We'd love to have you for Ballard's Kickoff Lounge. Um, Going to be fun, 7 a.m. Eastern. We also go live every Saturday night, or most every Saturday night, for a primetime game. This week, I don't know. I'll roll the dice on Illinois, Indiana. That actually could be an interesting game for me. I mean, you talk about two Big Ten teams going head to head. They're ranked in the top 20. You see it here. That might be the game I do. I don't want to do the SEC every week. Now I'll do the split screen because we got to watch Florida Miami What else is coming on? That's it. And there's really not a whole lot to choose from. I will not be live for Michigan State USC, but it's a heck of a game to watch and keep an eye on, I would say, when it comes to the Big Ten. I think that's a good 11 o'clock matchup at night, not 11 a.m. Uh, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win that one. I really don't know. Uh, but yeah, there's a lot to look forward to this week in college football, man. We're gonna do the kickoff lounge on Saturday. We'll be live for a game. We'll be live tonight at 9:30 Eastern for the Big Ten Zone, a brand new show here at Ballard Sports Media. We're trying to get the watch hours up. But even if we don't get watch hours and if this channel never gets monetized, I just love talking college football with all of you guys. I just love this community, and y'all mean the world to me. Um, Mississippi State, Northern Illinois could be an interesting game. Mississippi State looks like they're on a roll. I like them to win big. Uh, what other game? You know what? This is a game not talked about here. NC State at Duke. What's the line on this one? Let's see. I don't really have much games to have to preview, but this might be one. And I guess it is a pick'em game on the ESPN pick'em for this week. So let me see. NC State 3.5 point underdog. Duke's 1-2. NC State's 3-0. We'll do the pick'ems here in just a minute. See what we got. West Virginia, Kansas. Oh, don't they have the same record? Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. This is the first Big 12 game for both teams. It is at Kansas, 6 o'clock matchup on Saturday. Both 2-1 and unranked in the poll. Not in the poll, anyway. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to these games here. So let's go ahead and do the pick 'em. I don't see why not, man. I'll go ahead and lock in my picks. Y'all let me know in the comments section what you guys think. Um, yeah. What are we doing? How are we doing on the year? How are we doing on the year? I at least want to go above 500 this year. I think we were below that last year. We had a lot of weird games, upsets, and realignment, and everything kind of messed us up. But you get into the pick'ems here, and we're 15-15 on the season. We rank 88,000 something. I see the number, but it's irrelevant to me. 81.6% for Ballard Sports 19 picks in the ESPN College Football Pick'em. Let's go ahead and make some picks for this week's games. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome to watch. Um, so I'm looking forward to another good week of college football and see what we can pick. Let's do it like that. I like both. I like both versions. Both are cool, but let's focus one game at a time here. Um, and what we'll do, I guess, you know what I'll do? I'll clip my previews for each game. I think because what can we? Michigan, Nebraska, UNC, UCF, which I want to go to a UCF game, but it might not be this year. Illinois, Indiana will be live for, but I'll still pick it. All right. So we make our picks here. Texas Tech And Utah, this is our first game to pick. There's a lot of different ways you could go in this game. It's really, really good. Big 12 action. 65% chance that Utah wins at Rice Eccles this weekend. It's a noon kickoff on Fox on Saturday. Obviously, the big noon kickoff game of the week there. Utah, 65% chance to win. They are favored by 3.5 points. I look at Texas Tech, though. This is actually a really good ranked matchup. Um, I'm sure College Game Day had to have considered this game here, right, for this week. I think they're going to Florida Miami anyway, but whatever. So you look at Texas Tech. Adam Hill leads in rushing yards at 207. Byron Morton, if I'm saying it, Byron, 923 passing yards. Coy Eakin is the lead receiver at 245. They have a lot of explosive offense, over 200 yards in each the passing, the receiving, and the rushing categories. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I can't wait. John Curry leads in tackles for Texas Tech. Just so much to look at. And then you look at the Utes, who, without Cam Rising, um, who's been around for a long time, he's hurt. I don't even know the whole situation, but he's basically, I don't know if he's done with football or where he's at. Um, but he's not their quarterback anymore. Is that a problem? So far, it's not a problem for the Utes. Um, Devon Dampier, 628 passing yards. He's also their lead rusher. They don't really have much of a run game going with the running backs. I mean, they kind of do. But Devon with 198 rushing yards. Ryan Davis, the lead receiver at 171. I I don't who do I like here? I feel like the defenses are kind of 50-50. They're very similar. I feel like it is going to come down to who has the more explosive offense in this game. You would think it's Utah, and it might be, but I'm feeling Texas Tech this week. I like where they stand. It's almost a 50-50 game. Yeah, they only have a 35% chance to win. 67 degrees at Rice Eccles in Salt Lake City. Going to be a beautiful sight this Saturday afternoon. 3.5 point spread. They expect it close anyway. You might as well take Texas Tech in the points. As far as the score prediction, and I don't have any banners to put up for this one, but I don't know. I could see uh, mobile quarterbacks, really strong offenses. Give me Texas Tech to win 45-42. I say a big shootout. I don't expect much. I think you're going to see your Big 12 action in a game like this. Now, you could see some defense, could be wrong, but I like Texas Tech here 45-42. Let's go. They get it done against the Utes. Arkansas and Memphis, I'm probably not going to click this one. Just kind of, it's kind of a gimme game for Arkansas, isn't it? A little, maybe, maybe not. 7.5 point spread in favor of the Hogs. Memphis, though, 3-0, building momentum, and they're at home. This is at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis. Um, Give me Arkansas. Yeah. SMU, TCU, pick 'em here. 6.5 point spread in favor of TCU. They look like the better team anyway. Josh Hoover, I'm sorry, over 600 passing. I will say between him and Kevin Jennings, I like Kevin Jennings. I like SMU's offense as a whole more, but TCU's defense seems to have it. Plus, they got the home crowd here. This, I've already picked 2 road teams. Gotta pick some home teams here. 2-0 TCU or SMU, who had the loss to Baylor, wants to respond in big ways the next couple weeks. How do you go about picking this game, man? This is a team that made the playoffs last year. You got a team that made the national title years ago, got beat to death, had a rough road the last couple seasons at like 5-7. Maybe they went like didn't TCU last year go 6-6, 7-5. They weren't all that great. Um, almost don't know who to pick here. You would, I'll go the Horned Frogs here. When in doubt, I take the home team. Something tells me SMU could bounce back and like be on a roll these next few weeks, though. That'll be something to watch. We'll come back to this one. How about North Carolina with Bill Belichick and Scott Frost Knights at UCF? Um, which is funny because I always mess it up and say UFC. It's not boxing, it's Central Florida. Definitely want to make it out to Orlando for a game sometime. I thought about trying to see what I could do about this game, but it's probably not going to happen with my work schedule. But UCF actually is favored in the game, 6.5 point spread, um, 6.5 point underdog for the Tar Heels and Bill Belichick. This is at home for the Knights. Gio Lopez, he's looking all right. He's got over 300 passing. He's got 3 touchdowns and an interception for North Carolina. But UCF and Taven Jackson, is it Taven? 471, 2 touchdowns, no picks yet. I also like the running back Jaden Nixon, 6 carries, 2 touchdowns, 150 yards already. Just very, very explosive. You would think that Gus Malzahn never left, even though he is at Florida State now. I look at this one and I say that somebody needs a win here. I feel like North Carolina might need this game a little bit more. I feel like going on the road to Big 12 territory might be a stamp for Bill Belichick. This could be an offensive game, though. I like both offenses. Maybe feeling like a 34-31 or maybe higher than that, maybe 48-45. I don't know. But I like UCF and I like what they have just as a better team right now. So I think that I just think they're in a really good position. UCF is. And you know what? I I'm gonna go with the team closest to me. I'm gonna go with the Knights. NC State and Duke could go either way. Duke is on a struggle bus right now. NC State's on a roll 3-0. Eventually, though, do they take a loss? It's almost a 50-50 game. And when you look at Duke, a close loss to Tulane, only a win over Elon, 45-17. They lost 45-19 to Illinois. They could end up winning a couple ACC games. It is very likely that they get a couple. I don't know if it's against NC State here, but again, we'll have to wait and see. I think there's potential. The other side of the coin is NC State with a 10-point win over Wake, a 4-point win over Virginia. East Carolina was only 7 points. They actually met in the bowl game last year and the season opener, interestingly enough. And they were able to avenge the loss they had in the bowl with a week 1 victory. I like their linebacker, NC State's linebacker Sean Brown, 31 tackles, leads the team. He also leads between him and then the lead tackler for Duke is Deshaun Stone, who has 20. Um, I think that CJ Bailey's a good quarterback for NC State. I think they got a very explosive offense with Hollywood Smothers running the football. I think that's going to be key. I think that on paper, Mensa is a better quarterback for Duke than CJ Bailey is for NC State. I don't know who is more talented. I think if you went off stats, though, it would be Duke's quarterback, but 3.5 point spread, it favors Duke. Thing is, NC State's not going to win every single game this year. They got a game coming up with Virginia Tech on the 27th. It's at home. That's going to be a tough game. Well, I don't know. I don't know what Virginia Tech's going to do this year. They're 0-3. It's probably not going to be a tough game. I don't even think they could overlook Duke. What does Duke have next week? Is it their bye? Do they have somebody? Let's check it out. They have at Syracuse. Ooh, this is a tough one. I mean, if you're going with the better team, it's NC State. Based on what they've done this year, based on how they've looked. But at the same time, Duke having back-to-back losses, one of them a blowout at home to Illinois, and then a close one to Tulane. Do they turn things around here? I doubt Duke's going to go on a big losing streak. Now, I think they lose next week to Syracuse, and whenever they play Cal coming up, I mean, maybe they win that game. I don't know. They got plenty of losses ahead of them. They got to pick up a couple extra wins when they can. I think they know that. Give me Duke to get NC State here. Let's go ahead and pick. We got Michigan, Nebraska, we got Florida, Miami, and I got to be careful because this will be the game we do Saturday night. Illinois and Indiana, Arizona State and Baylor, BYU, East Carolina. Okay. Uh, let's go ahead and go back up here. Michigan, Nebraska. Um, actually, I think it's going to be closer than people expect. This is a big game here. It's almost 50-50. 50.3% chance favors Nebraska in the matchup predictor. It's at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Shout out to our boy Nate the Great. This one's for you, buddy. 2.5 point spread favors Michigan. Like I said, 3:30 kickoff on CBS. Probably going to be a packed house. This could come down to the wire. Oh, I like defense in this game. I also like the Cornhuskers. I think Michigan's the better team, but I feel like at home, being 3-0 early in the season, Nebraska's got to have some momentum with Matt Rule right now. They just do. I think they're in a good position. You're coming up with Michigan State on October 4th. You get a bye week next week if you're the Cornhuskers. And Michigan, who are they playing next week? I don't know. We'll find out. But for Nebraska to have a bye week to rest up for another big game with Michigan State at home, I, you know what? I'm gonna go the upset. This might be my Big Ten upset of the week here, Nebraska. Um, so we'll do that. And shout out to Nate the Great. Good luck to both these teams. Hopefully, it's a good game for you. Okay. Um, Illinois, Indiana. I'm gonna be calling this game on Saturday night. I think this is the game I want to do. It's a 7:30 kickoff. It's a top 20 matchup between two Big Ten teams, both looking pretty good right now. Luke Altmaier in Illinois on fire right now. Indiana, um, playoff appearance last year, lost to Notre Dame in the opening round of the playoffs, but bouncing back in big ways here at number 19. The spread favors Indiana at home. They also have a 62.8% chance to win. This is a night game. It's going to be on NBC. Fernando Mendoza comes over from Cal. He's already got 780 passing yards and 9 touchdowns. The same for Luke Altmaier. It's interesting. Mendoza has one more touchdown, but one less passing yard. It is that close to Luke Altmaier. Luke Altmaier has 709 passing yards. That's one more. 8 touchdowns. That's one less. Um, it's so close. I mean, this is a no defense type of game. Now they got good defense. I would not be shocked if this is a big game. I'm not ready to predict a score. Well, it is a big game, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's a shootout. I wouldn't be shocked if it comes down to the wire and it comes down to an offensive drive or just having to get a defensive stop. I don't care who wins. I like these red and orange colors going up against each other on the field, though. This is cool. I'm all about colors and how stuff looks in college football. Love the passion, the pageantry, um, rep your team type of deal. It's going to be fun to see these guys go head to head. They're just really good teams right now. Who has a better shot at making the Big Ten title? If anybody between these teams, maybe I would take Illinois, but Indiana probably has the better path. I don't know. That being said, Indiana's at home, but Illinois looks like a much better team right now, defensively and offensively. Give me the Fighting Illini, but again, I don't care because I'm calling the game. But for the sake of locking in a pick, I will take the road team and get an upset here. Kind of an upset. um, yeah. Yeah, we'll come back to that. BYU over East Carolina, no doubt. Baylor and Arizona State. Arizona State lost to Mississippi State. That's their only loss. Baylor to Auburn. Both are coming off wins, but also at the same time, um, both have taken a loss already. Baylor has been battle tested with SMU in double overtime. Um, Arizona State has not won a true battle tested game yet. It's a playoff team from last year. Baylor's at home. I also think their defense is just better. I do like Sam Levitt and company. I like Arizona State's offense more, but I also like Baylor's defense this year, and I do believe that defense wins you football games and championships. With that being said, I will be taking the Baylor Bears. All right. And we took BYU here. This probably will be a blowout of massive proportions. Okay. Finally, the game of the week. Does Florida and Billy Napier bounce back and get a victory against Miami? It is possible, but it is unlikely. I don't know why this is the game that College Game Day is going to, other than it is a big historic matchup and rivalry game. This is at Miami. This is not in the swamp. I'm going to go ahead and lock in Miami, and I'm going to explain a little bit why. And I think it's obvious, and it probably needs no explanation. I don't think Billy Napier is a competent head coach. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think that I'm not even going to say that it's necessarily, oh, DJ's not a good quarterback. Ballard, we've been telling people like you this, and you look at stars. Whatever. Shut up. I don't. I don't want to say that they have bad talent. I think the coaching aspect of it for Billy Napier and company, I just think the coaching staff is all out of whack. They're coming off 2 losses, 2 straight back-to-back losses. They lost to a group of 5 team at home in South Florida who might end up being pretty good this year. I don't know. And then LSU, who will be good this year. I can guarantee you that. 20-10. Rivalry game. This is another rivalry game. It is gonna be oh my god. Look at this stretch. When's this Texas game here? Is that not on the 27th? Or is they catch a bye week? They catch a bye week. Florida's not beating Texas. They're also probably not going to go to A&M and win. They might could get Mississippi State, but Mississippi State looks good right now. Are they going to lose the rest of the way? except for maybe Kentucky. I mean, are you looking at Florida with or without Billy Napier the rest of the way? Are they not gonna be as bad as Florida State was last year? I mean, and I'm saying that because it's a tough schedule. I'm not saying that this team is actually that bad. However, I don't see any games you're gonna be favored in going forward for Florida. Get back to this Miami game. Carson Beck, I think, has looked phenomenal. Phenomenal. 75.2% chance for Miami to win. They're 3-0. They're number 4 in the country. They're favored by 7.5. It's at home for them. Whew. I like the Canes. Give me the Canes here. We've made all of our picks. The final score for Miami, Florida, if I had to pick, it's a lot to a little. Miami's going to run away with this. I'm going to go low scoring for Florida, but I'm going to give Miami 35. Um, I'm gonna give Florida 2 field goals. I don't think they reach the end zone. I think Miami's defense could be that good. 35-6 for a total 41 points in this game. Let me know what you guys think. Dr. Saxon, how you doing, man? Hello. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in to the stream. Thanks for checking us out. I don't think I've seen your name before. But it's good to see you in the comments, man. Anyone's welcome to join the show and talk college football at any point. Just hit that StreamYard link to call in. It's completely free to do. You will be asked to have your camera. It'll have your camera on at first, but you can turn that off if you want to. I don't care what you look like. We just need your audio. Completely up to you guys if you want to call in. um, so what am I watching? And I can just call you Sam. Okay, Sam. I'm not really watching anything. We're talking college football. I'm excited to watch some this weekend. Um, I think that we got some good games overall, and I think that it's yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend. We got some good games, big games. UAB goes to Tennessee, 2-1. Both teams are. Trent Dilfer, or what's his name? Trent Dilfer, is that the coach? They still got him? Holy cow, man. I mean, they only lost to Navy, but they beat Alabama State in Akron or Akron. Hold on. UAB football. Yeah, Trent Dilfer. Hey, he's turning the team around, that's for sure. I don't know. I hope they beat Tennessee. Go Blazers, man. I almost went to school there after Wallace, but I'm changing my path a little bit being in Florida now. So Jalen Kitna, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for him for UAB. Their running back looks good though. Javon Jackson, 277 yards, 3 touchdowns off 46 carries. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Uh, I probably won't beat Tennessee. I would love nothing more than for UAB to spoil Tennessee's season, man. Having a loss to Georgia, having a loss to UAB, that's not going to look good. You know what game was not on the pick'em? Auburn, Oklahoma. I got Auburn in that. Well, I don't know. It'd be great, but Oklahoma being at home here, I might take them. I don't know. It's unavailable to pick. It's at Oklahoma. 65.3% chance for OU. Yeah. Yeah. The games we got. Bama's on a bye week. I had made a video earlier in the week about Oregon State, Oregon. 0-3 versus 3-0. It's not going to be close. It is a rivalry game, though. Purdue and Notre Dame. 3:30 on Peacock and NBC. 25.5 for Notre Dame. How funny would it be if Purdue goes to South Bend and beats Notre Dame? My gosh. Notre Dame 0-3 start. Could you imagine that? Notre Dame fixing to be out of the rankings. Purdue did lose to USC last week, though. It was a spread again, 25.5 Notre Dame. I would not take Notre Dame to cover. I just would not. I'm not saying take Purdue for an upset, but I don't know if I take them to cover Notre Dame. Now, granted, I'll give it to Notre Dame. They played two Power 4 opponents. It's not like they've lost to nobodies. Back-to-back losses, though. I mean, really? And you had a bye week before A&M at home, 41-40, 27-24 to Miami week 1. Anyway, I think I'm going to get out of here. I noticed Kyle Henderson, let me drop his link. He's doing a call-in show for Bama and Georgia, early thoughts. And I want to call in and talk to him. So I'm going to drop this link for you guys. Go subscribe to the channel, even if you're not an Alabama fan. Go show some love to him. Great guy. I met him at A-Day last year at the spring game. Really good guy. Well, we got to get him on the show sometime for sure. But yeah, I think we'll call it a show here. We got a couple people watching. Unless someone joins it in a few seconds or so, then we might keep it going. But yeah, he's talking up tight ends right now. It looks like, but he just started 28 minutes ago, so that's good. He'll be on for a little bit. But yeah, we'll yeah, I'm gonna go join him real quick. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm gonna play the Big Ten show intro, and we'll see you tonight for episode 1. Love y'all.